Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode of Trenny and C. I'm Trenny. We got C here. We've got a comparison today of some pretty excellent bourbon.
Sure do. We've got the Eagle Rare. So we have a bottle kill of the regular Eagle Rare, which is typically 10 years old.
10 years old. Good proof.
Yeah, it comes in at 45%.
This is a damn deadly dram.
It is. It's a fantastic bourbon.
Yeah.
And then we have this year's BC Liquor Store single barrel version of the same bourbon. It also comes in at 45%. But this one, what you'll notice from the sticker on it here, and I'll give you a little zoom in. Oh, let me try and... There's a zoom on the sticker. And if you notice the dates there, it says fill date May 19th, 2009, selection date April 9th, 2020. So it is a hair under 11 years old. So this is just a month shy of being 11 years old.
But still 10 years old.
But still 10
it's
years
like
old.
It's like when a toddler's like, I'm three and a half actually.
Right.
Like, you're still 3.
Yeah, so...
But, yes, no, it has more age. It sure has. It's matured.
That being said, it is from a...
Inside?
Sure, please. It is from a single barrel. So what we're really looking for is a batch variation between the, I guess, blended version, so to speak, and one single barrel's worth.
Exactly. Oh, did I get more?
I think you were quite generous to yourself there. It's
Here,
fine.
well, let's go like this.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Good.
Do you know what? I gotta say, not that I like the result, but I love the sound of a empty.
Oh yeah,
You know?
because a good pop.
It's got a big bassy sound to it.
Okay, so we've got.
Give yourself a little more.
Oh sure. So we've got. We'll have the representation behind your glass here.
Yeah.
So we've got single barrel here and the regular one here. So let's.
And single barrel, what did you say the percentage was?
Also 45.
45. So very
As far as we know.
similar in that kind of thing.
Okay, so let's try the regular first.
Sure, let's go to it. And again, a Buffalo Trace product.
That's right. So you're gonna get that kind of like delicious medicinal kind of cherry.
Yeah, cherry Vicks kind of thing. It's like got a real nice level of sweetness to it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get like a ton of barrel, like, what do I say? I mean, obviously it's barrel influence if it's 10 years old, but it's almost like the freshness of the barrel dissipates and you get some of the more rounder characteristics of like those toffees and
like
sugars.
the vanillas and the sugars. You know, it's softer.
Real
it's
nice.
not super, like for 10 years old, it's not super like oaky.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, it's like, I feel like sometimes when they're 4 years old, that oak really shows up because it's like a fresh virgin.
It's almost
cask
had
and-
some time to fade a bit.
Yeah,
right?
it's had time to like mellow down.
And it has that kind of fermented note to it, which is like super, adds that super deliciousness kind of
Just
cherry kind of thing. Okay,
perfect sweetness to my
Let's get-
my nose. Let's nose the other one now.
let's try the single barrel.
Single barrel. This is cool.
Nose palate reset. Okay, here we go.
Oh, completely different.
I got like more of a cinnamon note off this one.
Totally.
Like,
I mean,
instant cinnamon.
To me, granted, there's more in the bottle and all that kind of thing, but it just to me, this smells a little bit like boosted up version of this. It's like a little bit more to it.
Yeah, I instantly got
Still nice cherry sweetness and everything.
yeah, cherry sweetness, but more cinnamony arrival.
Cinnamony, yeah. Cinnamon mini bun.
Yeah, this is like, you know, normally when you smell the first dram, you're almost going to get the most off of it.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling the opposite. Like, this is like cinnamon toast crunch over here. Like,
yeah. Well, it's true. That's what this was kind of like all of a sudden a bit more of a blast, even though it's like the same percentage.
Mm-hmm. It's maybe got more of that like kind of like powdery nutmeg kind of thing going on it too.
Yeah, it's I mean, overall, like, people out there, if you have not tried Eagle Rare, or, you know, this is kind of one of those gems in the bourbon world because it's not crazy expensive.
And sometimes
And it's got
overlooked.
a statement and
Sometimes
all that stuff.
overlooked because of the Buffalo Trace range.
Yeah.
It's one of the ones that's more available, right? Like, whereas it's like
Yeah.
a lot of Buffalo Trace products are very regional, but it seems like Eagle Rare is like more of a steady, readily available
Totally.
kind of
I mean,
everywhere.
In our neck of the woods, you can find this around, and that's pretty incredible to have as like a staple bourbon. You
I
know?
feel like this is kind of one of those ones that like it's gonna suddenly fade away, and we're all gonna be like,
yeah, like the 10-year will
dang
disappear on there. and,
yeah, like
things like that.
We all should have a case of this put away, I think.
Probably should.
Okay, so let's get to tasting
Everyone on Earth,
it.
go buy a case.
Yeah, one case.
It's like
of
the
it.
best
Okay.
marketing campaign you can get.
This is not sponsored by Buffalo Trace. Okay, here we go. Regular, right?
Regular. Smells amazing.
Goes down so nice and smooth, but there's enough personality there with the 45% that's like little palate tingle.
This is where I get a little bit more of the actual oak influence, especially at the back of the palate. Like it's a little bit spicy. A lot of those kind of like Christmas pie kind of spices. Christmas pie.
But you're right though in the sense that it has a really nice balance of like sweet and dry.
Mm-hmm.
Like it arrives sweeter and like finishes kind of drier.
Yeah, I like that.
But like so good. Okay, that's the regular.
That's just regular. Let's try the other one.
Man.
I'm gonna do it without a palate
Yeah, me
cleanse,
too.
and then
And then maybe palate cleanse
Yeah,
next. Okay,
yeah.
here we go.
Wow.
This one to me has more wood sugar and oaky,
Yeah.
like tartness even. Like, but it's kind of bigger and bolder though.
It's exactly. I think it is the bigger, bolder version of this, except it's a little bit tart in the middle. It's like got that drying thing. The sweetness, I think, is actually maybe it's not necessarily sweeter. It's just kind of brighter on the palate.
Yeah, so it's like there's no doubt that these are like cut from the same cloth.
Mm.
It's just
Oh,
that
man,
like
that is
this
good.
one has it actually like single barrel can be hit and miss. Like sometimes you get the duller side,
True.
and sometimes you get the bigger. Like
Or you get like funky kind of wood ones.
Yeah,
or, like
like
different things.
yeah,
that are
they've
not-
been in different areas of the rick house. Maybe they're hotter, maybe they're colder.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a weird barrel or whatever, and that kind of comes out in the wash when they blend it all together and then send it out.
Totally.
But in this case, I'd say we got a good barrel here.
I'd say we get. Do you know what? To be fair, all the BC single barrels that you can get at these releases that we've tried have been really fucking good.
So that's
really, really good.
That speaks to the person that's picking
these
right?
barrels. So that is true.
So kudos because
Well,
we're happily
Kudos to us because we get to actually drink this stuff.
yeah, for sure.
So I'm gonna go between again real
Sure.
quick because why the heck not?
Sure.
It's what the people want.
I got some weird whiff there of strawberry.
Mm.
There was something weirdly as it approached my nose, like I just caught this like
Yeah,
fresh like
it's like a fruity kind of
yeah.
expression of.
It was like a strawberry like
Mm.
extract.
There's, I mean, if we're comparing these two and having to pick one or the other, I'm gonna say at this point they were equally well made and like a bit of slightly different experience from each other, but equally as good. You know, like especially this being the one that you can just get on the shelves no matter where you go. There's nothing wrong.
There's
with that.
nothing disappointing about it. I think that
Not at
there's
all.
just I think the only thing is that there's a little something extra going on here. We might have just got a good barrel or whatever. It's whatever you want to say. Like there's a boldness, a richness. There's like a little bit of that extra kind of like cinnamon spice going on in that barrel, and they're both fantastic. But I think the interesting thing that we can say about this video is that there is a difference between the single barrel and the base model.
And you know what? It's well, we're on the topic of things being equally good but different. That's kind of the way the whiskey world is sometimes. Like you try to like analyze which one's better than the other, but in reality, they're just different from each other, and you can respect them kind of equally. But it's cool that they can do this from the exact same mash bill. One's in a different barrel at a different part of the warehouse, compared to this one is like their house blend or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And yeah, both excellent.
It's a fun opportunity to try something different, and like I said, you play a bit of a lottery game when you play the single barrel game.
It's true.
And hey, we're winners tonight.
We're winners tonight,
and you know what?
You guys
So are you.
are huge winners.
So hey, click like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell your friends, and hey, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and wherever the hell else you might find us.
Wherever.
Everything but Facebook. Okay, cheers.
Okay, cheers. Love it.